So this might be familiar to few people at least. Story of from Buddha's journey on planet. There was one this person very dreaded called Angulimal. Many of you do not maybe know the story, but what happened thereafter you might not know. So both I'm sharing today. So few people, those who know, it's okay, but those who do not know, for some reason he became a serial killer. Like we keep hearing about many places, no? So he will kill the person and he will cut their little finger and he will wear the finger on his neck. So how many people he had killed? He had a string having all those fingers. And he went on for many years. And one day, while he was again about to attack, he met Lord Buddha. So, Lord Buddha, when he said stop, he just stopped. And then when he approached Lord Buddha, he saw there is no sign of fear on his face. Neither any stress he can see. Rather, Buddha was smiling. So Angulimal, this person asked him, "Are you not afraid of me?" Buddha smiled and said, "Do you know who you are?" He was shocked. What is he asking? What he is talking? Then he said that I am about to kill you and then cut your finger also. So Buddha again smiled. He said, I am not the one who is walking. I am not the one who is running. And again he was shocked. What is he talking? So this conversation went on, and then something changed. His heart changed, his mind changed, and he became a disciple of Buddha, a serial killer, dreaded serial killer, and he had taken this vow that he will kill 108 people so that his string will have 108 fingers, pinky fingers, little finger. And Buddha was the 108th person. He was about to kill whom he did not kill actually. He became a disciple, and after some time he became a monk, Buddhist monk. And like all other monks, he will go to villages, serve people, ask for alms, eat there. And at those days, no, this was the discipline of the monks that they will knock at only one door. If they get the food, that is okay. Otherwise, they will not knock at any other door. And they will keep traveling from one village to another village. Like we keep traveling from one place to another place. And then one day, Buddha sent him to a particular village. And the villagers first, when they saw him, they started to recognize him. He looks familiar. And then somebody shouted, Angulimal, his name, old name actually. Angulimal means, Anguli means finger, Mal means that is string. And people were very scared and frightened at the first sight, but then suddenly they saw he's not doing anything. But that anger of the villagers and everyone, no, they started because of their anger and lost they have gone through because of him. They started to abuse him, and he still kept smiling and walking, saying absolutely nothing. Then somebody got even more brave and in the negative sense, and they started to stone pelt him. And within an hour, it became, they thought they have literally killed him. So they left. And all the monks, what they will do, they will leave in the morning together, and then evening they will gather together and go back to their ashrams, respective ashrams. So that day evening, everyone came except this person. They kept on waiting. He did not come. So they all went looking after or looking for him, and they finally found him just lying there or dead. So they looked at him and they also thought that he has died. But they decided to carry his body back to Buddha. So they took his body, they reached their ashram and they informed Buddha. Buddha came, he just looked at him and then he called the Vaidya. Vaidya means doctor. The doctor came and he said, no, he's still alive. So Buddha said, you take care of him, and he asked two, three more disciples to take care of him. And I'm forgetting his new name. So I'm calling Angliman only. He took about 6 months to just stand up, recover. But slowly he started to gain strength, recovering from the injuries. When he came to a position that he can talk, Buddha will come occasionally to meet him. So one day, when the Vaidya, the doctor, informed that he is now able to talk and had started to take food also. So Buddha came and he asked what happened. He smiled and said, I got back what I gave to this world. And ahimsaka, okay. And he got enlightened that right. So this is also one of my favorite stories. But Parvinji reminded me. Parvinji, did you know the whole story? No.
Nice, Swamiji. I only knew that people, threw and he just smiled and didn't respond, but that was it. Yeah. I didn't know the next part.
Swamiji, can you please repeat when Buddha asked him what happened, what he said?
I got back what I gave to this world. This is why this is my favorite story. When I started to walk this path, this has helped me a great deal in the sense that I always remember that I am getting what I have given back. So my mind never came to any kind of complaint. This was rather the biggest relief that I got while walking on the path. That you always get what you have given. We might attach some events with a person, name and form, but it does not matter. Whatever we are getting in this, I'm not asking what did you learn. This time I'm just sharing what I have learned. Whatever we get in this lifetime, we have given the same to. But it is not like if I have slapped someone, I will get a slap. It does not work like that. But the kind of feelings I have generated in others, that comes with the pain that people have gone through because of my behavior, my action. That pain will come. But ultimately, as what happened with Ahimsaka, suffering is again a choice. The pain is inevitable because we have been reason of or for pains for in the life of other people. So this pain will come. But suffering definitely we can. And also because when I started to walk this path, not exactly art of living, because being in art of living was very easy. Nobody questions you anything. Maybe some people would like to know what's your background. But when I took sannyas, when I became a monk, this was one of the reasons, stories, a true story which kept me walking because I may have been only mal sometime in my life. And my Buddha has accepted me with love and compassion. But that does not mean that I will not get back what I have given to this world. But he will always be with me. This was very much clear to me. And that has kept me walking. So many times when we start to walk this path of spirituality, we have mastered also. Many people feel that they should not be having any pain in life. The life should always be rosy, rosy, goody, goody. It is not going to be because when you have given something to this universe, that is going to come. Again, the karma will come back in the feeling sense of pain. If I have given pain, the pain will come back. But knowledge always helps to move past what is happening. I always keep this awareness that this is what is not the truth. This is the result of something which has happened in the past. So this is the beginning of the end, not beginning of pain. Beginning of the end of the pain. So again, that helps me. So we all have gone through many things in life, and we are still going through many things in life. But if we do not take responsibility of what is happening in our life, what it does is the mind keeps on complaining and cribbing. Because it feels very easy and comfortable to put the blame on somebody else. And every time we complain about anything, we fail to take the responsibility. And every time we fail to take the responsibility, we are telling the universal consciousness, the big mind, that I am a weak person. This is the sign of weakness that we keep blaming people and situation. Sign of strength is taking responsibility. And we all have been Angulimal to some degree here and there. But we also have got now Buddha. If you have already met Sri Ravi Shankar or you are with Art of Living, now it is our choice and our decision what we decide to do. Still going to walk the same path or do something new and fresh that is going to help this existence, people around us. So this has kept me going still. So this is one story that has helped me a lot. And all these stories I came to know very early. So this journey has been very easy for me. If you would like to say something, if this makes you understand something, create a new perspective, you have a question, query. Gaurangi, you are sure that his name was Ahimsaka? Because I know I vaguely remember something different.
स्वामी जी मैंने अभी गूगल में सर्च किया था मैं आपको पूरा भेज देती हूँ इट इज रिटन गागा मंती मंतनी पुता also it's written
Okay. Valerie, you were saying something?
I was about to say the same. I also did a Google search. His name was Ahimsaka. And because he was killing and cutting the fingers, he came to be known as Angulimala. I was trying to find his name as a monk, but he was known as Venerable Angulimala, according to Google, this document.
Okay.
I can relate to what you said, Swamiji. I think I have been Angulimala far too many times. I think like Angulimala killed with his sword, and I have killed a couple of people with my words. And like you said, like when we meet a guru, we change, or something, a change happens when we find our path. So when I was introduced to this path, like spirituality and meditation, like little by little I began to observe myself and kind of understand what I was doing, behaving like Angulimala. And so that's a good lesson for me to. I never considered myself as Angulimala until you told the story.
You
But
remember
that's
telling
a
you,
good that's a good analogy to think of, uh, like
Yeah.
we can make so many mistakes, but somewhere along the line, when the time is right, somebody will come along and put us on our right path.
And Valerie, this is also one thing we all can learn, that many times we question people around Gurudev also, isn't it?
Yes.
That how come such a person is in art of living or maybe so close to him? But one of the saints from southern part of India, very famous, said when he got enlightened, the first place he visited was the red light area, how we call it in India, where prostitutes are there,
brothels.
and people started to talk so much. And few people from the area, so-called reputed people, came to meet him and say, "How can you do that? This is the first place you are visiting, you are staying with them." And he smiled and says that, "What do you think a doctor should do? Isn't a doctor supposed to heal people who are unhealthy?" And those people who are coming here, they also need healing. And those people who are living here, because the society has done this to them, they also need healing. So yes, many times already this happens, and early days now I don't question or even say anything, but in my early days of art of living, I also used to feel this person, but I have heard so much about him, this, that. Now I understand that everyone, including me, we need to be close to him. We need to be with him to heal our mind, heal our soul in that sense. So now this has also created a big sense of relief and peace in me. Anyway, Pravinji, you are saying something? No?
No, Swamiji, I didn't say anything.
And just imagine, many times, I don't know whether it happens in US or not. In India, many people even question how come this person has become an art of living teacher. I have heard so much about him or her. How come this person be made a teacher? And
Swamiji,
then I learned that
I think of that question about myself, that how could I be a teacher of knowing my own path? I question myself that how could I be? So, you know.
but this is what, Parveenji, the next thing that I have learned is Guru always looks at the possible future. Guru never looks at what has happened in the past. If a guru looks at the past, he is not a guru. So that has given me a lot of confidence. Ki whatever has happened in my past, whatever I have done, it simply does not matter. What I decide to do now, where do I want to go, matters the most. And surprisingly, Gurudev never said anything regarding anything, at least to me. This all has come into understanding by just being with him, being on the path, meditating, and everything. The learning keeps coming. Today one learning, next day one more learning, then another learning. And I believe this is what is called evolution. Step by step, like kids, how they learn to walk. I am also walking. And I don't know, but many of us will agree that it is not so easy to carry the burden of the past. Though we do not want to, but we still carry the burden of the past. Yes, no? Many of us carry the burden of the past.
Swamiji, but like the story also shows, no matter what bad things we have done in the past, that there is still hope. When we meet the Guru, that
Yes, absolutely.
we can escape that past and find our path.
Yes, Valerie. And yes, Anandita.
Sorry, can you mute your computer? So I was saying, volume down. Sorry, we are in the same room today.
No, it's okay.
So I was saying that I consider myself actually immensely fortunate, and I often sit and think, like Parveen was saying, what did I do to deserve this? I must have done something really, I must have come this time with a really good baggage of good karmas that, I ended up being so lucky and, so fortunate in being on this path.
So basically, Swamiji, whenever these things come to mind, from what I'm understanding, that whether something bad is coming my way or something good is coming my way, it's like, or like question comes, how could I be a teacher? Then, me, like me, but accepting that moment in its totality, that's what helps to be stable, rather than then no questions arise, because otherwise the mind goes on that trip of questioning. But no, Swami is still there.
Very true. Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. So that's what I have experienced, and that's what I think I get out of it. That means, of course, I don't think I will have that much patience as Angulimar. I might get into again that trip of being an Angulimar. because even till date I believe in tit for tat.
She does that to me all the time, Swamiji.
Yeah?
Yes, I can confirm that.
Okay. But the most important thing is like what I have learned is to keep walking. No matter how much the mind says that I am hopeless, even then, if you keep walking, if I keep walking, that is one day definitely. Yes, Valerie, you are saying something.
Yeah, like it gives me hope. Like no matter what mistakes I make, like I have the comfort in knowing there is hope, that I can escape or I can reform myself in the context of that story, my mistakes,
Yes,
and
yes.
find my way. So like what I got from your story today is like there is hope for everyone,
Yes.
especially
And yes, yes, right. Yes, yes. Hope for everyone. And we should not be questioning why this person, how come this person. Because every time this comes in our mind, we are literally question our own existence.
that's being judgmental, isn't it?
Yes, yes. So this just never stops with other person. It will always come back to the self. And then it becomes even more difficult to walk ahead in life. And why this happens that even after having on the path, being on the path, having a master, doing the practices, why some people are not able to change? Why we cannot see the change? One thing is that it is our own concept. How do we see things? Second is momentum. Like if I throw a ball right now, it can be stopped immediately, or the speed keeps on reducing, and then at one particular time and place, the ball completely stops. So many times the momentum of the past keeps us going. It is not like that it is not reducing. So even if we look at others now, and you know how I see things is, okay, I will ask again 2, 3 questions. You have to respond. Suppose somebody is say onto bad habits, and that person does not even realize that he or she is onto something bad. Do you think that person needs help? How many of us think that that person needs a help? Okay. Sri Kumar ji, you also think? Jayashree ji, everyone? Okay. And suppose that person has started to walk positively, but is failing again and again. Say somebody has the habit of smoking and does not even realize that smoking is bad. So somebody needs to tell him or her that smoking is bad. We agree. Somebody wants to get out of this habit but is not able to. Gives up for say one day, then again comes back, 2 days, then again comes back. Do you think that person needs help? So I think basically you got the point. Everyone is clear. First case is when people don't even realize, and they definitely need a master. Because I'm saying the master is a he, not because a male or female, but master is always addressed as he, and devotees are always addressed as she in the eastern part of this world. So he is the only person who can make someone realize with love, compassion, that you really need to change your direction. And then second person who is failing again and again. Again that person needs the master to help him or her stand up even after 1,000 failures.
So,
And a
Swamiji,
guru will never give up.
I have a question
How?
here. You are saying the first person who doesn't even know anything and is into bad habits, doesn't even realize he's in bad habits and he's fine. I go and tell him you are doing a bad habit or you are doing wrong. Means we are trying to give somebody that they don't even want. They are okay with whatever they are doing. Guruji says that you shouldn't give stuff to somebody who doesn't want it. So then why am I going into somebody's life and trying to tell them, no, you are doing wrong, you should means in that person's eyes they're completely happy in whatever they're doing, whether they are into addiction, whether they are doing something wrong. So am I not just trying to force myself into their life when they don't even want it?
Pravinji, the trick is the compassion, the space of compassion from which one person operates. Second is, first, that person needs to be helped to raise his consciousness. Is my sound still there?
Is breaking.
I'm saying first is the space of compassion from which we approach people, and the second is we need to raise the consciousness of that person. Then some knowledge needs to be like seed showed in his or her consciousness, and then patience, lot of patience.
Jeez, Swamiji.
And we all can play the role of a guru, though it is not very easy. But if we look at our own lives, no, in the sense that when we were very small kids, when we had not even started to walk, suppose you had kids, or when you have kids when they are very small, they don't know even what to talk, how to talk, nothing. And we have kept patience with them as parents, as mothers, as fathers for a long, long time. And even after 10 or 12 years of age, or say 16, 17, 18 years of age, you cannot be assured that your kids have actually learned. we lose patience, then again we come back and then we again talk to them. Infinite patience. And so when we are playing the role of a guru, infinite patience. And even after that, somebody is not ready to listen, they will have to bear the fruits of their action. Sure. Though Krishna was there with those who know the story of Mahabharata, those who know the story of Ramayana, it is not that Rama did not go through anything. He himself has to go to exile for 14 years. The side Krishna was with in the Mahabharata war, they lost everything they had. In the sense, none of the relatives survived, just one, not even a single son or daughters were there. Son survived the war. Only the grandchildren survived. So everybody has to face the consequences of what they are doing. Even though you are with Buddha, you have to face the consequences. And there comes the line again. Pain is inevitable, suffering is not. Suffering is a choice. I don't know whether Gurudev has said this or not, but this is my line. Suffering is decision, individual decision. So can we all also play the role of a guru? At least 3, 4 people in our lives. We must.
So I have a problem with that, Swamiji. I, when somebody starts to, I'm okay when people, need seek my help or advice, I'm okay. But when I see that they are deep down into their own mind and I am not getting through them, they want help. That's why they're coming to me. But when I'm trying to tell them, look, this is where you're stuck, come out of it, and they are not able to see, they are just busy, blaming the world or whatever, that makes me frustrated that how can I help them?
Just remember that how can I help them? Know that you are already helping them. They are taking their own sweet time to learn how to drive the car. Some people are still comfortable driving the automatic. Some people are comfortable with gears. People like me have not yet learned how to drive four-wheeler. So this happens. Let them take their own time. And the easiest way is knowledge sessions. Because the knowledge creates a sudden spurt of awareness also. Ashtavakra Gita and everything. That is why we used to have these sessions, no? Patanjali, Narad Bhakti Sutra, Kathopanishad, Kenopanishad, Ashtavakra Gita. These things are the easiest way.
Swamiji, so is there any end to this karma? Because attachment to the
No,
whatever is coming.
there is no end to karma. There is no end to karma.
Oh,
Because you will eat, you will drink, you will sleep. And can anybody survive in this world without being dependent on sun, the air, water. No, it's not possible. So karma is not never going to end.
And what about the enlightened masters? Like,
They are not bound by their karma. Karma will never end, but they are not bound. Do you think, suppose suddenly today, where is Gurudev right now? I think in Delhi today. Suppose it starts to snow in Delhi. Do you think he's not going to feel the cold? It never snows in Delhi. He will definitely feel cold. But unlike me and you, he will not lose his smile, neither peace of mind, neither stability of the mind. That is the only difference that is going to happen. Suppose today is very hot, it's very, very, very hot. Enlightened person will not feel the heat. Definitely he or she will feel the heat, but not troubled or bothered by the heat. One day you will get enlightened. You think you will not be feel hungry, thirsty. So where will this karma end? This karma is not never going to end. It is just that one is not bounded by the karma. Pragya cannot. Pragya,
yes, Swamiji.
she is surprised. Karma is not going to end. How come?
Swamiji, the souls like Buddha or Gurudev or like Adi Shankara, or these souls, so they come, so they also have still the seeds of karma. Like
No,
they
no.
do,
They always come. They always come to uplift the consciousness, take people out of their suffering. This is the only purpose they come, to make life celebration in their own ways. Not everyone is same, but the
so their
purpose
karma
is
is
same.
finished, no?
There?
Their karma is, there is no trace of karma in their consciousness.
Absolutely no.
Okay.
So, Siddharth, you don't have anything to add today?
No, he is all the time listening only. A good listener, huh? Siddharth?
I had something to add, but I withheld, Praveenji.
Why?
I had something to add when you were giving that example of, you get frustrated when you're trying to help and the other person isn't getting it. I see that in my life as well, because I sometimes feel like, so I have a few people that are junior in my company, and I tell them to do something and then they don't do it right. I have to tell them again and again and again. And eventually, if I say the same thing 3 times, I get really annoyed. But I felt when you were giving this example, it's not it's not just their limitation that they're not getting it. It's also my limitation because I'm getting annoyed after just 3 times. So it feels like both people have something to learn here. I certainly have something to learn to develop more patience and just not let this repetition or being able to tell the other person 50 times, not letting that bring me down, and just have the same intensity, same motivation, and the same desire to help them, not just the first time, but the 7th time, the 20th time. Just maintaining that, I think that's something that I need to develop. And I was just thinking when you were giving this example, maybe you and I have some common traits
Yes,
or
yes.
things to work on, I guess.
No, definitely. But my thing wasn't on the patience. My thing was, how can I make this person understand, that helplessness there? That was my thing, because I feel like eh, first of all, of course, I think I'm the doer. So then I take it as a challenge, that, or a responsibility, that they are coming to me for help. I have to help them, you know. But then I feel handicapped, that what should I do? But like Swamiji said, that they are driving their own car. So that patience part is what I need to apply, because I guess I want them to understand right away, and that's not happening. So, that's when I have to just maybe just repeat myself again and again and wait.
And Praveerji, here comes the ultimate knowledge. Do your bit and then just smile. Don't expect your bit to bring the fruit you want to.
Hmm. Yes, Ji Swamiji. Sure.
That is
Thank you.
why, Praveenji, even meditation becomes sometimes very tough for people, because people are looking for something from meditation also. We have literally become a businessman in each and every sense, in each and every sphere of life. We always keep looking for something what we are doing.
Ji Swamiji.
We have literally stopped enjoying the life. Shall we do some meditation?
Yes, yes, Swamiji. Yes.
Then
And
we'll
Swamiji, I was thinking from next week we will start Shiva Sutras. Not Shiva Sutras.
Shiv Puran.
Shiv Puran. We will start
We
then.
can do so. We can do.
Yeah, because that way people will connect more, and of course that is something new that none of us have heard, so it'll be really, really fun.
But Shiv Puran has, Praveenji, so many secrets. It will be beautiful, and yet we really need to ponder over it. It has the secrets of nakshatras, stars, zodiacs, everything in it. Everything. Somebody
Wow.
wants to become a very good astrologer, Shiv Mahapuran will help. Somebody wants to transcend everything, it will help. So
Then
it
I
will be
really
good.
so then
Let's.
we have to do it, because there is a reason that that book has been with me for 25 years. We have to
Yes, sir.
explore it.
The time has come.
Time has come. Not 25. How long have been married? 27 years. Yes.
So Praveenji, you can imagine it took 27 years for Shiv to. So patience,
That's
patience, patience.
Praveenji, it took you 27 years for Shiv
But
Puran
I
to come true. So the other guy you're trying to help out, give him 27 years.
yes,
It'll be fine.
I was about to say the same thing. When she gets frustrated that she's trying to help someone, it can take 27 years.
27 years.
I know, Swamiji, and I never opened that book. Imagine. I just looked at it.
Yeah, Praveenji, I can understand. 27 years. So let us meditate then.
So
Oh
yeah,
God.
from next week, that's what we are going to do, Swamiji.
Yes.
I'll send you the recordings. Yeah.
Some water, maybe 1 or 2 sips. And relax. Close your eyes. Sit comfortably and easily. Take a long and deep normal breath and breathe out slowly. Today we'll do a very beautiful process meditation. So relax your mind. Just keep observing your breath for a few moments. Breathe in again, long and deep, and slowly breathe out. Remember or recall the moments when you were hurt by someone's behavior, someone's word, or action. Whatever comes to your mind, don't need to force your mind. Now bless the person who was the reason for your pain or suffering. Pray for the person that he or she has the light of wisdom in their lives, that they are healthy, happy, prosperous. Now, many times you might have also been the reason of pain for someone. Pray for yourself that you have the light of wisdom in your life. May you keep walking, being healthy, happy, prosperous, breathe in again, long and deep, and slowly breathe out. Once again, remember those people who have been reason for pain in your life and pray for them. They have your wishes, blessings, prayers. With a soft smile, breathe in, let go and relax. Know that you are blessed. You have the biggest of blessings by being born as a human being, being on the path and having a master also. Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. Relax more and let go of everything and relax.
Recording stop.
Breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of body and surroundings. Normal breath in and let go. Becoming aware of body and surroundings slowly and gradually. Open your eyes. Ankh close. Meditation was very good. Okay then. Good night to everyone. Yes.
Thank you, Swamiji. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji. Happy Thanksgiving. Good
Oh,
night.
happy
Thank you,
Thanksgiving.
Swamiji.
Thank you. Good
Thank
day.
you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Very good day. सिद्धार्थ, अपने फ्रेंड्स को बोलो यहाँ आने के लिए, शेयर इट विद योर फैमिली एंड फ्रेंड्स. उधर